our English studies lesson today is going to take a different dimension. We're going to start with a story, but before I go into that storytelling, I want to celebrate as many of you as did the autobiography assignment. You are perfect. You are good. Good job, you. I celebrate you all. Now to the story. When I was growing up and when I was in primary school, there were some words that I found very, very confusing because I don't know the appropriate use of those words. So instead of me to make use of those words, I will want to dodge away from using the words because I am not sure of the correct usage. Words like lend and borrow, they and their, and some other words like that, I found them very, very confusing. Now that I am your teacher, I am bringing up these words so that you will not be in the same shoes like Auntie Fumi then, so that you will know the difference and the correct usage of those words. And that is why our topic today is confusing words. Confusing words. I know each and every one of us have some words that are confusing. That's why we're going to look into them today. What is the learning objective? By the end of this lesson, you should be able to recognize the difference in meaning and usage of some confusing words in English language. Recognize the difference in meaning and usage of some confusing words in English language. Now, let's try this. Which of these sentences is correct? Which of these sentences is correct? Look at the first one. They are having their lunch there. They are having their lunch there. Another one says, they are having their lunch there. Very confusing. And the third one says, they are having their lunch there. Are you confused? Just look at the three sentences. Which of the sentences is correct? Now, let's see the correct one. The second sentence is correct. They are having their lunch there. They are having their lunch there. Quite confusing. Don't worry, I'm going to allay your fears today. Let's discuss some of these confusing words. Let us discuss some of these confusing words. The first one is few and a few. Few and a few. Few and a few go with plural countable nouns. You can still remember your countable and uncountable noun lesson. So few and a few go with plural countable nouns. When you say, I have a few oranges. When you say, I have a few oranges, it means that you have some, but not a lot. It means that you have some, but not a lot. However, you feel positive and seem satisfied with what you have, although you needed more than what you have. Let me take that again. When you say, I have a few oranges, what does it mean? It means that you have some, but not a lot. However, you feel positive and seem satisfied, although you needed more than what you have. But if you now say, I have few oranges, the first one is, I have a few oranges. But the second one now says, I have few oranges. The feeling here is negative. The feeling here is negative, which means that you don't feel satisfied. You have a very small number of oranges, almost nothing. I believe you are following me. Please do. Little and a little. Little and a little. Little and a little go with uncountable nouns. It goes with uncountable nouns. Don't forget, few and a few goes with countable nouns, but little and a little goes with uncountable nouns. A little water means some, but not a lot, just enough. A little water means some, but not a lot, just enough. But when you say little, it means not enough, almost nothing. He has little knowledge of the workings of a vehicle. He has little knowledge of the workings of a vehicle. That's an example. Now, another confusing word is lend and borrow. Lend and borrow. What does it mean to lend? To lend means to give something to somebody on the understanding that the thing will be returned later. To lend means to give something to somebody on the understanding that what? That the thing will be returned later. The past and past participle of lend is lent. L-E-N-T. Let's have examples of that. 1. Kindly lend me your biro. Kindly lend me your biro. That means that you want him to give you your biro on the understanding that you will return it later. Another example is, I will lend you the money tomorrow. I will lend you the money tomorrow. Still on lend and borrow. What does it mean to borrow? To borrow means to take and use something that belongs to another person with his or her permission and with promise of returning it later. Did you get that? To borrow means to take and use something that belongs to another person with his or her permission and with promise of returning it later. Example, I want to borrow your pencil. I want to borrow your pencil. I don't like to borrow. I like to give. That's a powerful one. I don't like to borrow. I like to give. Another confusing word is whose and whose. Whose. W-H-O'(S) and W-H-O-S-E. Whose and whose. Whose, W-H-O'(S) is the shortened form or contraction of who is or who has. W-H-O'(S) is the shortened form of who is or who has. Let's have examples of that. 1. Who's knocking at the door? Who's knocking at the door? That is W-H-O'(S). Who is knocking at the door? It means who is knocking at the door? Who is knocking at the door? Second example. Who's taking my plate? Who's taking my plate? It means who has taken my plate? Now to the second whose. W-H-O-S-E. It's a relative pronoun which is used to join sentences to show ownership or possession. For example, that is the man whose son won the scholarship. That is the man whose son won the scholarship. Whose is also an interrogative pronoun when it is used to ask question. An example of that is, whose book is this? With a question mark. It is interrogative. Whose book is this? Another confusing word, its and its. ITS and IT apostrophe S. Its and its. ITS is a possessive adjective. ITS, it, is a possessive adjective. That means of or belonging to a thing, an animal, or a baby. A baby. Examples. The dog is playing with its puppies. The dog is playing with its puppies. I bought a shirt. I bought a shirt. Its color is blue. I bought a shirt. Its color is blue. When the dog saw its owner, it became happy. When the dog saw its owner, it became happy. Don't forget we said ITS is a possessive adjective, which means belonging to a thing, an animal, or a baby. Let's move on. Still on it and its. We have done ITS. Now IT apostrophe and S. It is the short form of it is or it has. IT apostrophe S, it, is the short form of it is or it has. Example, it's my day. It's my day. This means it is my day. It's been an interesting subject. It's been an interesting subject. What does this mean? It means it has been an interesting subject. It has been an interesting subject. Another set of confusing words. There, and there. There, and there. T-H-E-R-E, T-H-E-I-R, and T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. They look confusing. Now, let's explain it one after the other. There means at. That is T-H-E-R-E. It means at, in, or to that place. I take that again. T-H-E-R-E, there, means at, in, or to that place. It is also used to refer to somebody or something for the first time. Example, put it there. Put it there. We are coming there. We are coming there. There are 3 pupils watching this program. There are 3 pupils watching this program. Then, T-H-E-I-R, there. What does this mean? It is a possessive adjective which means belonging to. It means belonging to. Example, Deji and Eson have brought their bags. Deji and Eson, the two of them, what did they do? They have brought their bags, showing possession or belonging, the bags belonging to them. Then their mother has come. Biola and Ade's mother, their mother has come. Now to the third one, there. There, They', is a short form of they are. They are. Example is they are in the room. They are in the room. It's because we don't want to put the A. If we want to write it in full, we write they are. But because we don't want to write everything in full, we have decided to write it this way. They', they are. They are in the room. The second example, are you sure they are coming? Are you sure they are coming? It is shortened, a shortened form of they, are. Are you sure they are coming? Now, homework. Please make sure you do your homework regularly. Fill in the gaps with lend or borrow, few, a few, little or a little. 1. A lazy pupil always does dash work. 2. Dash me your book. 3. There is dash kerosene in the lantern, which can last till tomorrow. 4. Many people were invited, but only dash came. 5. I will need to dash from her. By now, I believe you should have finished copying that assignment. Please make sure you do your assignment. We have come to the end of the English Studies lesson for today. I believe you've been able to learn a lot from the confusing words, and they are no more confusing to you. Now I want to hand you over to the mathematician, Uncle Agbaje, for the mathematics lesson. Well done, pupils.